Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 25. You're with Simone and let's review our learning from yesterday. So if you remember, yesterday we were looking at the split digraph, U consonant E, cube makes a U sound. So let's have a look at the homework I asked you to do yesterday. So I asked you to read these words, look at where the split digraph is and write them down. Let's quickly read through them together. Ute, cube, mule, compute, cute, use, mute, puke. That's a gross word too, isn't it? We've had a few gross words. Compute, that's from computer. That does not compute. That's how we say it like a robot if we don't understand something. But usually we use that word with computer, don't we? I asked you to read this sentence by yourself. I helped you with a couple of the words and then draw a picture. How did you go with that? Let's have a look at the sentence. The mule standing next to the ute is cute. Did you draw a cute mule standing next to a ute? Someone had a go for me, and look at that gorgeous picture. Isn't that a cute little mule? Look at that smile and the bow tie standing next to a ute. Have you got your picture? You make sure if you've got your picture you've written a sentence. Because I didn't do it, but that's okay. I'd like you to do it. Okay, let's start off remembering what a split digraph is. So split digraphs, we've been looking at them for a while now. It's two vowels split by a consonant to make a long vowel sound. So we've looked at A, E, I, O, and last lesson we looked at U in cube. We've got one more split digraph sound, but I tell you what, it's a little bit easier today because this is something you're kind of familiar with. Before we do that, let's have a practice of our cards. E-A, eat, E. Double E, feet, E. A-E, cake. I-E, bike. O-E, bone. E-E, concrete. U-E, cube. I've got one more today that we'll look at in a minute. Let's practice our irregular words. Here, there, about, friend, little, saw, and yesterday's word, put. Can you say that with me? Put. What's the tricky part in put that we have to learn by heart? Yeah, it's the U making the U sound, isn't it? Ut. I'm going to put the card down now and it's time for some phonemic awareness. So stand up, have a jiggle. We're going to have a look at some compound words and we're going to take a part of the word away. So the first word is handbag. Say handbag. Handbag. Without hand, bag. Good job. Say footprint. Footprint. Without foot, print. Say keyboard. Keyboard. Without key, board. Say jigsaw, jigsaw. Without jig, saw. That was our tricky word yesterday. Say sandwich, sandwich. Without sand, witch. Say playground, playground. Without play, ground. Say ladybird, ladybird. Without lady, bird. And last one, say butterfly, butterfly. Without butter, fly. Good job. They're all called compound words because we get two words and we pound them together and they work together to make a new word. Okay, let's have a look at the sounds that we're reviewing today. So we're reviewing U-E, says U in cube. E-E, says E in concrete. O-E says O in bone. And A-E says A in cake, and I-E says I in bike. Okay, good job. Let's look at some words and read them together. So, our first word is use, use. Eve, Eve. Oh, use, fuse. Use, Eve, fuse. Good job. Spite, spite. Might, might. Plate, plate. Spite, might, plate. This might isn't, I might go swimming. That's a different might. When we write that might, we use the IGH that we've learnt, that trigraph that we've learnt before. This might is way grosser than that. This mite is like a tiny little bug that can live in beds and eat people's skin and dead skin, and it's gross. But we don't really have them here because we wash our sheets and we keep our houses clean. So we don't need to worry. It's just a useful word. Spite, might, plate. Spite, might, plate. Last row, athlete, athlete, but own, stove, athlete, bone, stove. Again, athlete, bone, stove. Good job. How did you go with that? I'd like you to find a word. This is something I like to eat my dinner from. Well, I could use a bowl if I were having soup, but if I was having salad and sausages, what would I eat my dinner from? Have a look in this row. Did you find the word plate? Good job if you found the word plate. The next word I'd like you to find is the word we use the night before Christmas Day. We say it's Christmas. Have a look in this row. Did you find Christmas Eve? Good job if you did. Eve's also a girl's name. It's a very pretty name, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to get organised and I need you to go and get something to write with, something to write on, pen and paper, and I'm going to make a pause face. You ready? Are we ready? Here are the sounds that we're going to need to spell these words. Our first word is mute. If you put me on mute, I'd just be talking and there'd be no sound. Mute. Say it with me. Mute. Mute. Let's have a go. I'll grab a black texter. Mute. Mute. If you've got your smiley face joining your U and your E, you know you've got it right. So give yourselves a tick. Mute. Our next word is compete. I'm going to compete with you. You compete with me. Let's see how quickly we can write it. Let's say it together first. Compete. Compete. Easy peasy. Pete. Eat. Compete. Ready, set, go. It's not really a race. Pete. Eat. Compete. If you got that word right, give yourselves a tick. If you didn't, that's all right. Just press pause and fix it up. Our next word is lone. The Lone Ranger out in the fields. This is the split digraph we need. Say lone with me. Count the digraphs. Have a go. We need that, don't we? We need the E to make it long. Lone. Very tricky. Remember how we learnt the word about? And I told you that we had a schwa sound at the beginning because it was a very short sound. Check out what happens. If I write that, now we've got the word alone. But you listen when I say it with me. Alone. Again, alone. The emphasis is on this part of the word, isn't it? That's why we call this a schwa, alone. Great writing. Good job. We're going to, actually we will do one more word. We're going to write spike. I tripped over a spike in the ground. Say it with me, spike, spike. Spike. Good job. Does your spike look like my spike? Give yourselves a tick. So our new learning for today is a bit tricky because you're going to look at it and say, UE cube. Simone, I already know that. But check this out. UE, listen hard, flute. Flute. Cube. Here we get a really strong U sound. Flute, flute. It's more of an oot sound, isn't it? Slightly different, but we spell it in the same way. So that's the beauty of it. So let's have a quick practice with some sky writing. Get your sky writing fingers ready. And this time we're going to say oo in flute. You ready? U, E, oo, flute. U, E, oo, flute. U, E, oo, flute. Good job. So we've got the two sounds now with that spelling. All of these words have the new oo sound. Let's have a look together. Oo, d, rude. Ch, oon, June. K, oo, d, crude. Rude, June, crude. Good job. Let's read them quickly. Rude, June, crude. Next row. Oot, flute. That's our key word on our card, isn't it? Flute. Look at our next word. Oot, salute. Salute. Good job. Include. Include. They're getting trickier, aren't they? Let's go slowly. Flute, salute, include. Quickly. Flute, salute, include. Good job. Last row. Prune, prune. Oot, pollute. That's a pretty grown-up word, isn't it? Pollute. Dune, sand dune. Good job. Prune, pollute, dune. Do you know what? I put that one in as a trick because that's got the U sound from yesterday. You listen, prune, prune, pollute, pollute, dune, the same as we had yesterday. But do you know what? Doesn't matter. If you hear that U sound or the oo sound, you spell it the same way. So this is one case that English has actually made it a little bit easier for us. So that's a bit of a relief. Okay, if I were at the beach and my car was parked on the sand and dripped oil on the sand, that's pollution. So what's the verb? What's the doing word for pollution? My car will, the sand. Look in this row. My car will pollute. That's right. That's a bit of a tricky word. If you didn't know that one, that's okay. Pollute. How about if I'm in the army and I see someone I need to show respect to, what am I doing right now? I am giving a, have a look in this row. Can you find it? Did you read the word salute? There's one more word I'd like you to find, and that's one of the months of the year. January, February, March, April, May, June. Do you know what helps give that away? The capital letter. Okay, good work. It's time now to do some spelling. I'd like you to grab something to write with and something to write on. I'll get this out of the way. Our first word is flute. I like to play the flute. Let's listen to the sounds. F, U, U, T, flute. U, U, T. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky, isn't it? We need to remember to add that E to make the long U sound in flute. Our next word is June. It's a month after May. June. Say it with me, June. We need a capital letter when it's the name of a month. Are you ready? So big June. J-oon. June. Good job. And our last word is rude. Oh, so terribly rude. Say it with me as if someone's been rude. Rude. That's it. Can you shake your head like I did? Rude. Good job. Let's say the sounds. R-U-D. R-U. Rude. How did you go spelling those words? Did you do okay? It's time now for us to read a sentence that have these words in them. Okay, let's look together. Oh, lots of split digraphs. I like to make and eat prune cake. Prune cake. Have you tried prune cake? I like to make and eat prune cake, in June. Again, I like to make and eat prune cake in June. And let's read it fluently. I like to make and eat prune cake in June. Good job. So trickier sentence. Excuse the volume, but the flute needs a tune. So this has got a mixture of our U sounds and our U sounds, hasn't it? Let's have a read together. Excuse the volume, but the flute needs a tune. Let's read it as if we're telling a story. Excuse the volume, but the flute needs a tune. Can you say it like that with a bit of expression with me? You ready? I'm listening. Excuse the volume, but the flute needs a tune. Fantastic work. Good job. Let's do a really quick dictation. You get your pen and paper ready. And our sentence is, June can play a tune on her flute. Now, I said June is a month after May, but it's also a female, a girl or a lady's name, a woman's name. Let's say the sentence together. June can play a tune on her flute. Are we ready? Sentence and a name. What do we need to start with? A capital letter. I'm going to use my black. June. So our sentence is about what can June do? What can June do? June can play. June can play. What can she play? June can play a tune. Let's go. June can play a tune. You copy mine. That's a tricky word. I'll come back to it in a minute. June can play a tune on her flute. On her flute. Full stop at the end of a sentence. Let's read that together. June can play a tune on her flute. Did you notice? Say this word with me. Tune. Tune. It almost sounds like we're saying a ch sound, doesn't it? That's okay. Often with a T and a U together, it makes that ch sound. But we'll talk about that more later. So fantastic work today. Today we focused on U, E, making the oo sound in flute. Can you write oo with me in the sky? You ready? U, E, oo, flute. One more time. U, E, oo in flute. Good job. Let's have a look at our homework. So because we've got the two different sounds that the split digraph U makes, I'd just like you to practice the split digraph with all of these words. So you can get your texter, you can write the word flute, f, ul, oot, and then I'd like you to dot dash dive the word, f, ul, oot, flute. And I'd like you to do that for all of these words. Then I'm setting you a different challenge to normal. I would like you to come up with a sentence using one or two of these words. I use a tube at the beach. The ute mule was rude. The mule was cute. The prune was cute. Uh-oh, how about this one? Prunes make me puke. That's disgusting. Please don't write that sentence, because if you had to draw it in a picture, it would make me feel sick. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. I'll see you for our next lesson. See you later, alligator.